Wait, I need a minute. Nope, not yet. Okay, now I'm ready.
Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour. Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour.
I'm so wasted!
No, not that kind of wasted. How many times do I have to tell you? You know what? I'm done. I'm tired of this. Victor, you know what? You tell him this time.
Ladies and all you other unimportant people, this is not that type of show. I'm sorry. This just isn't working out between us. It's not us. It's you. Your expectations are just too high. We're just two genuinely horrible human beings trying to rant things that don't matter. Maybe along the way get some street cred. If you don't get it by now, there's no hope for you anyway, so you might as well stick around. Maybe even punish future you for this gross error in judgment by following us on Twitter or liking us on Facebook. Then make it even worse by telling your friends how cool you are that you've heard our nonsense, and then subject your family to this brain-melting hour of incoherence, and let our sensual, sultry voices lull you into a false sense of security. And maybe you will loan us money or let us sleep on your couch. Oh God, now it's weird. Keith, why are you here?
Happy Milk Day!
Woo!
Who else got Milk Day off? Anyone who got
Yep.
Milk Day? I don't know why we get a federal holiday for milk, but it was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I drank the shit out of some shit,
So
let me
much
tell you.
milk. And all caps. They're missing an I. I don't get the actual
Milk.
holiday at all.
Milk.
Yeah. I don't know. I need a little bit of advice from you guys because I
Get
know.
a haircut and get a real job.
Okay. All right. That I wrote down. That's a note now for next week. But
Liar.
so I'm not really good at being politically correct and being reasonable and being a human being. So I wanted to ask you guys, is it racist that I think that white people should have to work on Martin Luther King Jr. Day? Is that wrong? I just think like we should be like, we made you guys work for like hundreds of years for no money. Take the day off. Take the day. We also shot the guy. We're sorry about that too. Well, you know what? We really fucked up for a while. We're going to go in. We'll take care of it and do a double shift. And you guys just enjoy the long weekend. Is that wrong, you think?
But see, you got to define white people, because I am literally by far the palest person in this
Yes.
room. And I'm not even from this, I'm from Puerto Rico. This is,
No, you're not.
yeah, shut up, Keith.
That's
all
not
right.
true.
I will end you.
There's no way you're that white for Puerto Rico.
But I mean, do I have to work? I wasn't even, my family wasn't even on this continent
It was
when,
probably your fault. If you guys had worked harder, they wouldn't have to.
You're right. You're right. We should have literally taken the bullet from him. Then we could get the day off, right?
Yep. Just
perfect
leap in
sense.
front, da, 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 with your sombrero, and just that's Puerto Rico, right? Is that no? I don't.
Yeah, the sombrero, el burro ese.
Yes. You know what? I'm not really good with other countries. I don't know a lot about them. But whatever they do in Puerto Rico with their Eiffel Towers and their Leaning Towers of Pisa or whatever it is that you guys have.
Pizza, Leaning Tower pizza, you insensitive prick.
The real question is, if you are from Puerto Rico, Victor, why the hell are you here this week?
Frankly, I'm here because Fred Durst is still around in life.
What?
And it's my plan just to outlive that fucker.
He made it through 2016.
Him and his goddamn red hat are still going around going, Gil! So I really got to get rid of that guy.
Wait, what was that again?
Gil! It's the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
I didn't know that he didn't made it through 2016. Everybody else died.
That's
so
because nobody cares. Nobody cares but me.
that is really unfortunate. Is Limp Bizkit still around? Do they do things?
We don't say that name.
We don't.
We
No.
don't say that name.
Is that
I don't know if they're still around,
Is that
because
like-
I feel like if I goggle them, then my computer will explode.
is that like the Voldemort of music? That you
Yeah,
don't-
yeah.
You do not say that name.
There's a couple names we don't say on the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here to outlast them. That's important.
Well, I plan to live forever, and so far so good.
Yes. Well, more importantly than that, here in the room we have Engineer Adam.
Hi!
Nope. That wasn't. You weren't supposed to say anything.
Why would you even give him attention?
I don't
Don't
know.
encourage him, Keith.
I felt like we haven't fed him in a while, so it seemed right. Now, more importantly than that, in studio, we have members of Facedancer. We've got Charlie. We've got PJ. Everything is live and real right now.
It's about to get weird up in here.
So why are you guys here this week?
Dig that. Why are we here this week?
Yeah.
We're here because Facedancer's an awesome band. We got an awesome show coming up. You guys are awesome. A little bit weird, but totally awesome. So we're here to have a good time and shoot the poop.
We're shooting the boop.
Wait, is it poop or is it boop? Like, is that
Boop.
censored?
It was boop.
On pitch, please. A little high.
Boop.
Boop.
Shut
Don't
up,
even
Keith.
get me started.
Well, that's great. Yeah, you told us about this. You've got a great show coming up at Jam and Java, which is a fantastic venue. If you guys haven't been out that way, it's over in Vienna, Virginia. You guys are playing on Sunday, January 29th.
That's correct.
And that's at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Now, I think this is interesting because this isn't kind of like a new band on the block kind of thing. You guys have been doing this longer than, well, we've been doing this podcast, which isn't that long, I'll be honest.
Couple years.
But you guys actually when did you get your start in the music business?
Well, as far as PJ and myself, we joined the band, the Facedancer, in May of 2016.
Oh,
but
okay.
they've been around since the late 70s.
The late 70s.
And they had a Capitol a recording contract with Capitol Records, which
Wow.
is at the time one of the largest record companies in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's still pretty big.
But
Are they dead? I don't know. Maybe they're dead. I will feel bad if they're like, they died in 2016. We didn't know
Well,
about
If they're the ones who signed Limp Bizkit, they're the ones who just.
it. They should die.
Fred Durst again, huh?
I didn't actually mean to say the name. I apologize to our listeners.
Yeah.
And they had a big single that came out,
They
right?
did. They had an excellent album. Actually, it was called, what was it called, PJ?
This world.
This World.
This World.
And they did have a top radio hit called Red Shoes
Nice.
that they still perform to this day, but they also had many other hits. Another song was Time Bomb, which is very popular in the whole area, and they got a lot of airplay as well. And another one called Sphinx. And of course, we play all these songs. We play these classic Facedancer songs.
So you've got the throwbacks, but are you also doing new music as well?
That is correct. We
Oh, that's so
just
cool.
released a new record.
And what's that called?
Well, what's it called, PJ?
Brave New Faces.
Well,
Brave
thank you
New
so
Faces.
much. And that record came out December the 3rd. We had a record release party at Club 66 in Edgewood, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Which
yeah,
is a really cool venue. You know, it's like Bayou used to be. Very
Oh,
intimate.
wow.
Upstairs, you know, has a downstairs, the whole deal. Very
And for those that don't know, the Bayou was a really influential club just in Georgetown.
correct.
And you had a ton of huge bands go through there before they made it famous.
the
You had-
Ramones and many
I
other
want
top
to say
bands.
I want to say Guns N' Roses went through there when
And
they
you
were really
didn't
young.
invite us.
Yeah, what the hell?
Actually, Facedancer used to be one of the biggest draws at the Bayou
Really?
way back in the 80s. And I was in a band called Street Life that used to work there all the time as well.
Oh,
You know,
seriously?
all the time at the Bayou. We had a great time. It
That
was
must
a great
be
venue.
awesome. You get to see one of the headlining bands there, and you get to go to and play your heart out. And now later, you're in that band.
It's crazy.
That's fantastic.
And
is
it's even
true.
crazier because the lead guitarist in this band, which is one of the original members of the band, Jeff Adams, he was there from the beginning, and he's still in the band now.
Wow.
There's still 3 original members in the band of the 6 of us. So anyway, Jeff and I went to the same high school and graduated the same year.
Seriously?
Seriously,
Oh,
from
wow.
the same neighborhood. And Jeff joined this band when they started back in 1978, you know. And Jeff and I used to jam next door at the bass player's house when we were
Right.
kids. In
Right.
our early 20s, we would jam together
Just
all the
pissing
time.
off the neighborhood?
And here it is 35 years later, and we're in the same band
You're
together.
still pissing off the neighborhood.
Still pissing off the neighborhood.
And what do you do with the
Exactly right.
band, Charlie?
I'm the guitar player. Jeff and I are both guitar players.
Okay, very cool.
I've been a full-time musician since I was 19 years old.
Wow, that's
so I've
great.
been in a lot of bands, done a lot of stuff. I read, I write, I do all kinds of music, you know.
PJ, how about you?
I
What
do
brings you
bass, keys, vocals.
Seriously.
Yeah, and tonight I've apparently just been demoted to Vanna White status. Go ahead and keep on talking, Charlie. It's cool.
You just get prompts from him now. You're not being involved at all. And here you are, the Geddy Lee of this band, playing bass and keys and singing.
Oh, they have called me Getty P once or twice.
Geddy
We call
P.
her Getty PJ.
There.
Not
All
to
right.
toot your own horn or anything, but toot toot.
Yeah, you know.
You know how that
Why
goes.
not?
yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being here today. We're going to jump into some of our bits that we do and jump in as well if you hear stuff that you think is particularly entertaining. You got
You
an
bet.
idea. Even PJ is also allowed to talk.
Righteous.
Just saying.
Let me take the chains off.
By the way, PJ, can I get a C, please?
Nee.
We're going to check that later.
I want to buy a vowel.
I thought you meant like the pitch. Sorry, I went
See.
total musician.
I'm
I
gonna be-
all right.
I'm
You
gonna
think
be-
you're cooler than me?
Yeah, I'm going to be blown away if we go back and we pitch check that and it's actually a C.
It is a
Dude.
C.
If you nail that?
She
Dude.
did.
Are you serious?
I'm
She-
serious.
She's
She's
I
got
can't.
perfect pitch, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're one of
It's
those.
a curse. It's
Because
a curse.
we both are singers. We've been in bands and sung, and I couldn't do that for the life of me. I was
Sure.
I
It
would-
turns out everything that I sing constantly. I'm always humming a song, and it turns out I put everything in C. It's just what I'm comfortable singing. So
So you could hit C. I
yeah,
wouldn't know.
I got
See?
this.
I didn't
See,
know
I
they
told
allowed
you.
singing in Puerto Rico. That's
No,
awesome.
they outlawed it. That's why I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Ah.
Welcome.
That's why I had to leave my country.
That's what it says. Why are we here?
There
Yeah.
we go.
See, he's still working on the first bit.
He is.
Well, fine.
Yeah, exactly. Now we move on to our
That's a little
next
more
bit.
long-term assumption there.
So this is what we call the weather report. This is where we're going to go through some news and determine whether or not it should actually be news. You guys are welcome to chime in on if you think it should be news or not. I think we've got a lot of really good things. Let me pull everything up. We bounce around here. Let's see. So this is a good one I found. I thought that this was a pretty important, and maybe you guys will agree or disagree with this, but the NBA next season will consider shortening games due to the lack of millennial attention spans. Now, I think this is a great idea. Next story.
All right.
What?
then.
What'd he say?
I'm
All I
taking
heard
a
was
cue from
millennial.
them.
Sorry, I lost my focus there.
Yeah,
I wasn't
me
paying
too.
attention.
I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
paying attention either.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was a little long.
Well, let's see. The title of this article is "Hail Trump?" ? White nationalists already losing faith in the president-elect. Now, this could be for a number of reasons. I refuse to read an article about he that shall not be named. Even though
Yeah.
I just named him.
Yeah, you
But
did.
I'm wondering if it's like, is it just incompetence? Is it he's not nearly as offensive as they were hoping for?
Yeah,
or
that's probably it.
I think.
Yeah, they were
I don't know
like,
if you guys heard the show last week, but I'm pretty sure it's because he denied being in that threesome.
that's because how can you trust someone?
yeah.
Are there pictures?
Yeah. If you deny being in a threesome as a man,
Is there a dress?
There's like an official, foreign diplomatic document, something or other.
yeah.
I'm saying a lot of words
There
here.
was a dossier that came out.
That's
that said,
the word I was looking for.
That said, listen to
Dawson's
this.
Creek.
In a Russian beauty contest that he and two Russian models, at least this is my understanding of it, basically had their way in a bed that was once slept in by Obama and the first lady. And then he said that is categorically incorrect. And I said, "What? No, you absolutely. Even if it didn't happen, you say, yeah, I did that. I did that twice. Like,
Putin has pictures.
yeah, exactly.
He made it weird. I was into it.
You can't trust a guy who denies a threesome because he's hiding something else. So he
So-
means he murdered somebody and he doesn't want you to go into there. And like, don't look too close.
Maybe there's something about his hands and his,
It's an old camera. I was a little pixelated, but wait, internet?
I like to think that the white supremacists were like in a room and they're like, I don't know. I just don't think he's actually going to kill black people.
Well, here's the
We're like, yeah, I hope.
Here's the quote.
Jesus.
Here's the quote. I have described it as the morning after period. We got euphoric and a little drunk on success, but now it's not quite so.
God. Oh, I hate them. I hate them so much. So I've got something to bring up the mood a little bit. I think you'll appreciate that. So on January 21st, Firth, which is another word I've just made up. January 21st.
I think that's a drumstick company.
Yeah, it is the 5th annual The Future is in Your Hands Marathon. Now, this is put on by an organization called Friends of Arthritis Patients, which unfortunately is an acronym FAP. So FAP will be putting on the Future in Your Hands Marathon. I assume it's a running marathon. I don't know. It could just
wheelchair marathon.
It could be on your couch or near a computer. Maybe I don't know what they're doing for that long, but I think we have an idea what it could be.
I fapped for 4 miles today. This is pretty.
Meet you at the diner.
Yeah. I had a fapping threesome with 2 beauty pageant.
Fapping, is that like a rating of the quality?
Right. So earlier I was playing Fappy Birds. It's a totally different game. Completely different game. Wow. And you don't use your finger. That's all I know.
Oh my God.
I think that's by Milton Bradley.
Both of them.
That's right there with Hungry Hippos, you know?
That's what cleans up afterward.
Oh. Keith, dear God, move on to the next article.
For me? All right, so this is even more impressive to me. I caught this article online. Apparently a Pakistani man named Salamat Al-Chalhulan, which is probably not the way you say that. He was arrested for pretending to be a federal minister of financial and consumer affairs. That's bad enough. He's basically part of the government. He lied. Right. So you're like, I'm with the government. And he was lying to the government and stuff. He was like signing documents and things like that. It gets better. Mm-hmm. He did this for 6 years. 6 years, and nobody called him on it. There was an administration change, and all of the people got fired, and he was still there. And nobody thought, wait a minute, how did you stick around? He's like,
cruising.
I got this. I'm just very likable.
Oh my God, is that a distraction? He's gone.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part is he got a pension.
He had an office. Like, he actually had people working for him. He got
a secretary named Betty.
He got caught because he actually asked the government for a security detail and a government car.
He got cocky.
And they were like, wait, who are you?
It's been 6 years. I got this.
Yeah, right. He just slowly did. It's like whenever you have those serial murderers, right? In the first murder, like, they're super careful and they pick up all their hairs and everything. And then like 20 years down the line, they're like, they're never gonna catch me. I'm gonna do this with a Polaroid. And like, and throw them around and then
taking a couple selfies there.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag I killed this bitch. And then like, and they're like, we know it's you. And they're like, how did you catch me?
Nope, wasn't me. Just R. Kelly, that shit wasn't me.
Nope. Look in the closet.
Yeah, exactly. It was that guy, and then just run. So, oh
my God.
I thought you were trying to uplift us. We just went over to salami in Pakistan. Let's get back to the fornication.
Speaking of fornication, this has nothing to do with fornication. Teenage Spy's story world matches Central Ohio. So this woman is an author. She wrote a teenage spy novel.
Okay.
Basically, she wrote the modern day Harriet the Spy.
Okay.
And apparently, all the elements in her story match the town she lives in. So I'm wondering how many windows she had to peek in order to get inspiration for, chapter 5. Whatever.
You know that the person that is being modeled like as the evil genius in it or whatever, like the bad person, that actual person in the town is reading that book and is like, this is pretty good.
This is a great character. Great character. Well-rounded.
Yeah.
Real solid, points on shit.
That looks like my backyard.
Yeah. I usually can't really connect with the evil character, but I see where he's coming from. And it's like, that's you.
I'm totally smelling what this person's stepping in.
Yeah.
It's a solid character.
It'd be funny if it other stuff came out and they found it. So it was like there were little snippets and we're like, and then Harriet went over to Joan's house. Joan, a lot of people don't know, is banging the next door neighbor. And so it slips under the radar until you find out that it's all related to this one town. And then people are like,
Right.
Joan. Jesus.
Characters in the story are completely fictional, and any resemblance to real life is real life.
Yeah.
This is real.
Just there's not even a disclaimer. The disclaimer, instead of like these characters are fictional, blah, blah, it's just one sentence. It's like, yep, that was you.
I just hope this is the town that Rosie O'Donnell grew up in. She's in the movie Harriet the Spy, you know?
It's like one of the characters. She is a listing celebrity who no longer gets many parts in movies, but was in a spy movie once.
All right,
So
Rosie's going, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Why am I reading teenage novels?
All right, she's like, I don't know why I'm in this, but I hope that I get a job in the movie because I'm not getting a lot of work.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. All right. So here's a good one for you. For people who are not terribly creative, such as your particular author, in Venezuela, a young lady was arrested after several guards caught her trying to break out her boyfriend out of jail by smuggling him in her suitcase.
They didn't notice her walking in with the suitcase?
That's what I thought too. Like, hey, what you get the suitcase for? I'm moving in.
What suitcase?
Like,
What is in a suitcase? You're a suitcase.
Right. This is a walker in the shape of a suitcase. I don't have good balance. What? Or like, it's even better. I like to think that it's Venezuela, so they checked, right? And that she had just put somebody else in the suitcase going in. And they're like, oh, there's just a guy.
Out.
There's a guy in the suitcase. No problem. Then on the way out, they're like, you still got the guy in the suitcase? Yep, same guy in the suitcase. They're like, all right, we're going to have to check that. This guy has a mustache.
Oh,
he grows
shaved.
He grows it quick. It's Venezuela. Come on.
Is that mustaches in Venezuela obviously correlated?
The best thing about this, though, is if you think about it, right? This woman's life isn't going anywhere because so far
because it's a really heavy suitcase.
Here's the decision. Exactly.
She's got to
struggle to
she
get
got
it
drag
out.
that bitch.
She's not very big.
Should have
It's on
planned ahead.
wheels.
But
Nope.
It was.
Nope.
It was. But here's the thing. Here's the only two decisions I know about in her life. One, I'm going to date a guy in jail. And then two, I'm going to put him in a suitcase. I'm like, you're not going to go places. That is
You're not going to get very far.
from this point forward, your life is going to be really complicated.
All right. It won't be the first or last time a chick makes a bad decision about a man. Come on now.
That is true. Have you ever put a boyfriend in a suitcase?
Well, we had this discussion. The only boyfriend that could fit inside a suitcase is a Guatemalan or maybe a North Korean, only because I'm South Korean and I love my own. But I'm just saying, you know, and we have very little upper body strength. So I'm thinking I would probably stay away from putting the boyfriend in the suitcase that I may have to lift.
That's the key right there.
But solely for those logistical reasons. Beyond that, I really haven't considered it.
You could totally fit a North Korean in a suitcase because they don't eat much. And so
I know.
they're
It's
very
the
little.
base.
They're very tiny. Yeah, it's good.
Can you imagine, like,
compact.
going, all right, you succeed. You got him out of jail. I don't know why you wouldn't let him out, but you got to take him all the way to the airport because he's still in his jumpsuit. And he's going through customs, and they're looking at the x-ray going, what the fuck kind of fruit is that?
Do you have anything to declare? Actually, I have a man in the suitcase.
Well, and I want to know.
Fruitcake.
I want to know how good that your reunion is going to be when he gets out of the suitcase because the man's been double or triple folded up in there. So I mean, hello, that can't be very good pole sticking for the night. I don't know, just my 2 cents. Sorry, move along.
No, you know, you got a point. It's like, oh, great, now it's bent. Back into the suitcase. We're putting you back in jail.
That's not a bad angle. Let's try that.
He's hitting himself in his own eye.
No,
this marathon is terrible.
He's absolutely the twister champion from that moment on.
Right, exactly.
Unbeatable.
All right, so now, last but not least, this is, I think, maybe my favorite story of the week.
You think it should be news?
I think it absolutely should be news. We're not rating any of these. We're so bad at this game. Should we go back? Any of these should be news or not news?
I've already decided that all boys are stupid and none of this is real news.
I can't disagree with that opinion.
Agree. Yeah, okay. Last bit then.
Oh, I'm sorry, but a lot of it's news to me. I mean, a cat trying to get out of jail in a fucking suitcase? Are you kidding me? That's fucking news, man.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, he's just impressed they didn't have suitcases when he was born.
Oh,
so.
bullshit.
They just throw things in a
the
carpet.
thing about millennials, anything about millennials is news.
Yeah.
They just just don't listen to it. That's all.
Unless it's on a comedy show.
There you go.
Oh yeah, they turned this shit off about 20 minutes ago.
Absolutely. So my favorite piece of news of the week, the Vermont State Supreme Court has officially ruled that buildings are allowed legally to be ugly. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Ugly buildings.
A couple qualms.
What?
One, how do you decide whose opinion matters when you declare something ugly?
Now it doesn't matter. Everyone, what we're doing is we're doing positive body images for buildings. We're like,
Right.
you're fine. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You've got 8 doors. That's fine. They're all on the 2nd floor. That doesn't matter. You're beautiful.
Nobody can, enter the first floor in any way
Right.
because, well, don't worry about it.
It doesn't matter. Your basement is above ground. That's okay.
They get plenty of snow.
That's
That'll
no
be
problem.
mostly buried anyway.
Uh-huh. You have 2 roofs that meet in the middle.
So, girl, you have as many roofs as you want.
Yeah. You just be you.
It's beautiful.
So what brought it up is
Yeah.
they were trying to actually build a solar array, like basically.
Oh my God, was it a death array?
A solar farm. I wish
It was a solar death array.
that would be awesome.
Yes. Can you imagine like scientists showing up at work that day and be like, so what are we working on today? Death ray. Like, finally.
Yes. I've always wanted this.
That's not what you meant at all, was it?
No, but
Damn.
it was just for electricity, and then the people around them were like, "No, we love forests," and we're like, "Well, we need these for forests later."
But it's ugly.
That's how the environmentalists aren't really good at like the time frames. They're like, "I want to see trees, not solar panels," and you're like, "The global warm." Never mind, it's fine. You're good. You're good. That's fine.
Trees are just biological solar panels anyway.
Sort of, except that
Yes, suck it, people of Vermont.
they're.
Besides, your buildings are fucking ugly.
So that is our weather report. If you thought any of this should have been news and we said it wasn't, or you thought it shouldn't have been news and we said it was, jump on to Facebook, Another Wasted Hour, and drop us a line and let us know. We'd love to see your comments about it as well, or email us at contact@anotherwastedhour.com.
Yeah, have at it. And
Yeah.
we still won't care, but that's okay.
That brings us to our piano playing friend here. I like to think that people are listening to this and assuming that engineer Adam's just playing this live. That we have a tiny piano for him.
Ask
Right.
her what key it's in. She'll tell you.
Yeah, what key is this in?
A flat, Scott Joplin.
Holy crap! I just knew it was a piano.
No. She used Shazam. Saw it.
She Shazammed it. So this is This Week in History.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we have various things throughout history that happened this week-ish. We're not really good at exact weeks and things like that. So don't call us on it because that would be really upsetting for us because we don't know what we're doing. So the one that I'd like to start with, which I think is fantastic. I guess you said
Let's just go chronologically. What you got?
chronologically. Okay, chronologically, I think this one wins it then. In 1128.
Win.
Yeah. Not as old as last week's Zin Dynasty of 9, but it's close-ish.
Wait, what year was it?
9 from last week.
No, now.
Oh, 1128.
Okay, so they don't have to worry about like any sort of Y2K computer problems.
No, they're good for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, they have to worry about Y2K, but they'll all be dead. So it's fine. So this week in 1128, Pope Honorius II, which I didn't know was a name, Honorius, he granted a papal sanction to the military order known as
Papal.
the Knights. Yeah, papal. Sorry, you're right. Papal, PayPal, whatever. It's
Tomato.
Yeah.
Move along.
so the
Potato.
military order known as the Knights Templar, declaring it to be an army of God. So in other terms, the headline for this was Pope officially recognizes Knights Templar,
Nice.
which I like to imagine as like they're in a soiree of some sort. And the Knights Templar walks up to the Pope and the Pope's like, "Hey, how's it going? Pretty nice. Look at did you see the shrimp? This is great. I know you from somewhere, don't I? You are, don't tell me. It's, Timothy, Templar, right? Is
No.
it Templar?
No.
Templar?
No.
Knights Templar.
There you
Knights
go.
Templar. And then the Knights Templar, he's like, hey, have a great time. It's nice seeing you again. And then they all get
The
together.
Pope
and they're
recognized
like, oh
us.
my God,
The Pope recognized us.
Oh my God, this is the best day. Somebody write it down so it's in history.
Yes, the year 9, the Pope recognized us.
That's not it. 1128. God damn it. You're in the wrong show, Victor.
See, the way I like to see it is, the obviously the Pope holds concerts because have you seen the Vatican?
That's
Plenty of
true.
people fit there. So it's like 5 knights walk in matching uniforms and they just start singing bye, bye, bye. And the Pope's like, I know this song. Fuck yeah. Matching uniforms, choreographed dance. This is good. This should go on. This should continue.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the Knights Templar!
Welcome to Las Vegas.
So next up,
Gladys Pip and the Knights Templar.
There you go.
That's where they got their start. Then they broke off on their own, become the Knights
I
Templar.
killed a whole bunch of bitches.
Yeah, it was. They're like, I don't like music anymore. Let's go on some type of crusade.
Oh no. Well, this one it happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
The 1890s. So
Well, that is
boy bands are somewhat appropriate.
Yeah, sort of. Different boy bands. At
Yes.
that point, they're barbershop boy bands.
Oh God. Well, in 1893, Queen Liliuokalani,
Yes.
the Hawaiian monarch, is overthrown by a group of American sugar planters led by Sanford Ballard Dole.
Oh, from the pineapple. That's the Dole pineapple
Sure.
guy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You might be right.
That's Dole pineapples
Sweet.
in Hawaii.
Jesus. Yup.
I didn't know he was so
Yup.
goddamn violent.
Right. But I'm thinking like a group of sugar planters.
You didn't fight very hard.
Well,
Right?
they're Hawaiians.
Yeah.
They are just chilling. They're, stereotypically very overweight
Uh-huh.
with ukuleles.
I don't think that's true. but
Chilling
yes.
out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Yeah.
By the pool,
Okay.
playing their ukuleles.
So close
talking
to Will
about
Smith.
rainbows and something or other.
Yeah.
Like, how angry do you need to be to overthrow the person who's just like, they probably offered you a drink when you arrived?
Right. They were like, we're taking over this island.
I want to plant some sugar. God damn it.
And they were like, whoa. What's up? What's going on? Why are you so upset?
No,
No,
that
we're-
throne, mine. You're like, yeah, no, it's
That's
cool.
fine. You can have it.
Have a seat. Have a
Yes,
seat.
no,
Be
no.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Like,
no problem.
Overthrown, bitch.
The quickest overthrow of all time.
That's when they started spelling usurp.
Right. That might
Yes,
be it.
got it.
It might have been.
Yeah, how angry do you need to be to overthrow like the chillest people?
I think what it was is they just
That kind of chill. You just hear some gurgling in the back.
we're taking over your island. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, not a big deal, man. That's cool. We're just. Can we have some more of that sugar? Because that's fucking good.
Yeah, that's solid.
That's really good stuff. Could
So
you
I take a glance at the what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
You're mentioning some sugar,
Yeah.
and the next thing on the list is molasses.
This is important.
What the hell is that about?
So this is one of my favorite of the entire week. 98 years ago this week, 21 people were killed by a 35 mile per hour, 40-foot wall of molasses. This is a thing that happened.
The look I'm giving Keith right now
No.
is just.
Don't look at me like that.
I felt myself drool a little bit. What?
That happened. It is a thing. You think I'm making it up. I'm not making it up. This is a thing that officially occurred.
Keith,
Yes.
what?
I
the
saw this
hell?
TV show.
It happened in Boston.
Oh,
giant-
right. And in order to actually kill the monster, they had to freeze it and leave it in Antarctica, right?
That's not. There was no molasses there. This was a giant vat that they used to store molasses, which I assume was even more popular back then. So it was a 2.5 million gallon vat of molasses.
Holy shit.
How slow do you have to be to get killed by an oncoming quote rush of molasses?
Still coming! Oh God!
Hold on. Let me check my Twitter.
I'm out of
I got a text messages. Let me finish it. Oh, swallowed by molasses. How many people did you say it took out?
Not to
20
mention
some,
it's
he
in
said.
Boston, which is pretty
19? How many did you say? 19?
21 people.
21. Oh, you know what it was? The
What?
vat broke, and they all got a notification on their phone, so they stopped to check. Like, oh shit, the molasses vat. Oh,
They were
I'm
millennials.
swallowed by the
Where
blob.
is the molasses?
They
vat?
were
That's around
millennials.
here, isn't it? Is it any? I think I've seen it. No,
Do you
I
guys
like.
smell something delicious?
No, what they don't tell you, right, is that it was just that it was 21 people standing in front of it going, that looks so delicious. And they didn't die from the wave. They just got diabetes that day. And then passed away that night.
Rapid onset.
Yeah,
Boom.
Like they just open their mouth and the wave goes in their mouth. Their legs fall off, right? And they instantly die of immediate onset diabetes.
But really, how the fuck did this kill them?
They drowned. I don't know if you heard what I said.
Yeah.
It was moving 35 miles an hour
Right.
and it was 40 feet tall.
Right.
That is so much molasses. I would die because I would look at it and I would go, I'm not running because that's not real. That's not happening
it's
right
like
now.
a Statue of Liberty full of molasses.
Yeah. It's like,
I'd take a picture.
But you guys are missing the bigger question here, which is who has 4.9 gigawatts of molasses in a vat?
I do.
a molasses company.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Canada was scoring it there. That's probably what it was.
They're probably, some sort of like, they're going to make rum or something.
I guess
I
so.
think it was the Dole family.
I think it was near the
It was
dock.
the Dole family.
Those goddamn
fuckers.
Doles. We've got a plan to take over Boston.
Exactly.
They think they can do anything.
We're going to make it sticky.
Right. Today, Hawaii. Tomorrow, Boston.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
But that is the most insane kind of like natural disaster I've ever heard
That
of.
is
Me
not
too.
a natural
It's
disaster.
molasses. That's
It's a
natural.
disaster.
Insane, man.
It's certainly not natural.
Talking of
Unbelievable.
non-natural disasters, but equally as a disaster, this was also the week that Prohibition took effect.
Is that right?
Yep, it was
How
this week.
ironic, man.
Charlie's
And-
remissing.
See,
Yeah.
no, see, they the whole molasses thing happened. They're like, fuck, we can't make rum this year, so just ban alcohol and that'll cover it up.
Good
How-
idea.
How did those 21 people die? They were drunk. Ban the alcohol! Ban all alcohol! What if
Because only 21 people in all of history ever were drunk until then.
God forbid there's more molasses accidents. We have to cut it off at the
We
head.
can't do it. Can't do it. No more molasses.
Here's the thing I like about Prohibition is it's such like a political thing, right? Because you could have called it like it's the anti-alcohol bill, right? No, they make it sound
Or
good.
AA.
Like, hey everybody, it's pro. It's pro. We're Prohibition. You can have all the Hibitions you want. Just stock up on a Hibitions. Like, oh, well, that sounds good. Yeah, let's get together and habit. Like that.
I'm into it. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
That's your fourth neologism today.
What is that?
Now you're just using
What it is.
$4 words here.
That's your fourth made up word since I've
Habit?
been here.
No. No, that's what nuns wear. They have habits. It's true. What? I'm totally
Oh,
on
we
this.
just lost like 57 listeners. Like, no, can't do this.
They probably
can't do this.
from diabetes. Just then. They just donked off.
I'm going to prohibit you.
Wait, do you hear that? That sounds like a wall of molasses coming to destroy us all.
Run. Run.
Oh my
No,
god.
walk.
So you mentioned Boston.
Yes.
Let's see here. This day in Boston.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Everything in Boston this week.
Back in the 1950s,
Okay.
the largest heist. It was 1950. Boston thieves pull off historic robbery.
Oh.
11 men steal more than $2 million from the Brinks Armored Car Depot in Boston, Massachusetts. It was the perfect crime,
Yeah.
almost,
Okay.
as the culprits weren't caught until January 1956, days before the statute of limitations for theft expired.
That is the
Wow.
worst week ever.
Yes!
Wow.
You went
Yes.
6 years. You're like, this is good. This is good. You know what?
Damn.
I'm going to buy a yacht. This is going to be
And
fantastic.
in 1950, $2 million? Like, I will buy the moon.
You're going to buy the moon.
And then I'm going to live on it.
Except you have to split
Wait,
it.
hold on. I got to come back for, I don't know, a family reunion or something. Fuck, arrested.
What they're not telling you is they got arrested at an ATM where they went, how much do you want? And they were like, $2 million. And they were like, whoa, wait a
Are
minute.
you holding up a pinky right now? Hold on. Who are you? I recognize you just as the Pope does.
The weird thing I've got is so my thinking is they say that they stole it from a Brinks armored car depot. Did they just park armored cars with money in them? Just park it on the left. It's fine. There's a ton of money in it. We don't need to put it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a truck. Who's going to take a truck?
That's a solid question.
Like,
That's a solid question. Hold on.
how could you steal a truck? Well, it's got wheels. But they're big wheels.
Oh, big wheels. That's funny.
Yeah. It's an ugly truck. It doesn't have any doors.
But it was 11 guys. And, one of them, Anthony Fats Pino, was the Fats in quotes because he was probably somewhat pudgy.
Right. Or he was like you.
That's why he got caught.
And ironic.
Hey, don't hate.
I'm just saying.
I'm working on these hips, all right?
Yeah.
I'm working on them.
All
But he
bone.
had he assembled a team of 10 guys. I'm like, you just copied Ocean's 11 50 years before it happened.
50 years before it happened.
Saw it.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure there was a movie before the most recent movie. Just pointing that out.
You shut your dirty mouth. You know nothing.
For
Nothing.
the record, that $2 million split 11 ways is not a lot of money, is it?
No.
Back
In
then it
1950?
was.
In
Yeah.
1950?
They could have bought Hawaii.
They could have. Well, anyone could. You just walk up and you go, "I'm taking Hawaii," and they go, "All right,
Oh yeah.
sounds
No,
good."
take this.
Yeah,
no,
it's no
the
problem.
the doles are there.
Right.
Those are some.
Stay off our property.
There are some mean fuckers apparently.
That's the problem with the world. White people. Hey,
So,
look at this peaceful island. Now it's ours.
Did somebody say Hawaii?
Yeah.
No, Hawaii. They're smoking out of a pineapple. Anyway, so chronologically,
Yes.
in 1985,
Sure.
a jury in New Jersey rules that terminally ill,
Termini.
It's a place
in England, I
terminally
believe.
ill patients have the right to starve themselves. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's because some guy was just like, I'm gonna die. I'm in a lot of pain. I don't feel like eating. What the fuck can we do about it? Outlaw it. No, we'll make it okay.
You have
Let's
to
not give
eat.
this guy a power trip because they can't do anything about it.
Wait, when was that?
In 1985.
1985. So, how many decades after the hunger strikes in India was that?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
It was pretty popular over there. Mahatma Gandhi, he kind of did a thing. And was that illegal? That wasn't illegal, right? He could do that legally.
I don't know, but I'm questioning, does that mean it's illegal to starve yourself if you're not terminally ill in Germany?
That's a good.
What
That's
does
not in
that
Germany,
even
in New
mean?
Jersey.
in New Jersey.
In New Jersey. So that was literally here. They were like, what? He's not eating. What can we do? Make it okay. Yeah.
This is what I'm going to use from now on when women say I'm fat. I'm going to be like, it's illegal. I'm not terminally ill. I have to eat.
Yes. But how do you,
Legally.
lead a horse to water and grab a goddamn funnel because until this law was passed, you're going to fucking eat.
Well, at this point, it was molasses probably that they used.
Well, they force fed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That is. It would be funnier if they didn't force feed you.
35
Right,
mile an
right,
hour
right.
force feed.
If they just put a burger and they
35
open your
mile
mouth and they were making you chew and you're like, I hate this. This is terrible. Why are you making that? I don't want to chew this. This is
I don't want
horrible."
it. This is against my rights. And somebody walked in and went, well, we voted. And yes, it is. So last on our history report.
Yeah, we both agreed on this. We picked out something that was going to
Yes.
make history this week. And I think this is probably the most history-making thing of the week.
The last man to have walked on the moon died on Monday at age 82.
Yep, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Is that not the one?
Oh,
What? Is that?
dude.
What?
Is that not right?
Oh, did he die in
No,
2016?
that's a goddamn pun, and now I'm upset.
You shouldn't be! Mistress of Destruction said puns are good.
Yes, but can we trust her?
She'll come after you.
That doesn't make her any more trustworthy.
That's true.
You heard me. I done said it.
You can
I
hear
don't
it through
see, I don't hear any objections
through the
from
walls.
Yeah.
You're asking for
But
it.
anyway, it says he died of ongoing illness, which is, I think, just called being 82.
Moon sickness.
Yes, it's the long play. The moon got him back.
Right.
But he's the last person to leave footprints on the moon.
Moon poisoning.
Moon poisoning.
Just happens. Usually for the rest of us, it takes longer because we're further away. But he got it. He got acute moon poisoning. You didn't say his name. Say his name.
Gene Cernan.
Yes. So that's sad, I think. Like up until this point, you could shake the hand of someone who had actually been on the moon. I mean, you could still do it, but now it's weird.
Yeah,
Like-
Aldrin is still around.
What? No.
Wait, he was in Transformers, which I watched the other day.
Is he still alive? Did he step on the moon though?
Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Did Buzz Aldrin
He
walk
stepped on the moon, and this is the last guy who stepped on the moon. Buzz Aldrin's dead.
The
then.
last guy, the final person on the last mission to go to the moon
No.
who walked on the moon. He's not the last person alive to have walked on the moon.
I thought this was the last person
No.
alive
I did
that walked on the
too.
moon.
I thought it was Cake by the Ocean.
I'm gonna look it up.
Wait, is Buzz Aldrin alive? Anyway, I'm gonna watch Transformers again. I'm gonna see that fucker walking around and go, "It's Hollywood, must be real."
Yes, it has to be real.
Anyway,
It was
Gene
real.
Cernan, 1934 to 2017. You da bomb. Way to be actually, someone who matters.
Rest in
Google,
peace.
is Buzz Aldrin alive? I'm now on a list. I think I'm on a list because it thinks I'm gonna try and kill Buzz Aldrin.
Yes,
which
yes.
may or may not be easy. We'll see.
Is that the door I hear?
Did you read
No,
To Kill a
The door.
Mockingbird? Is that, or what is it? Catcher in the Rye? Kill Buzz Aldrin. Kill Buzz Aldrin.
Kill
Red rum,
Buzz
red rum,
Aldrin.
red rum.
I went to Wikipedia and it doesn't say anything about him being dead.
Suck one, Keith!
So I'm an idiot.
You wrong, bitch!
I thought it was the last
I'm
one
sorry, I get excited.
ever, but it's not. It's just the last guy.
Yes, in the series of moon missions, he was
Yeah.
the final one to have walked on the moon.
Oh, and I have to kill Buzz Aldrin, so I'm correct.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't be
Now you are on the list.
All right. Well, good. We'll go touch the other moon men then and feel better about it.
Did you? No,
What? I'm
never
doing a
mind.
marathon later.
Never mind. You know what? Your hair looks nice. Let's carry on.
I'm gonna have a moon men threesome
Perfect
in
for
Russia.
radio.
And then they'll deny it.
Yes, they will. They'll know what happened though. All right.
Oh my God. Let's shut up and let these poor people talk.
Poor people.
That's not what I meant.
You've had to suffer through all of this.
It's been just fucking ridiculous.
How are you doing? Are you regretting the decision of coming here tonight?
I am, but I'm glad you put the morphine in my water. It feels it's kicking in about now.
We try to calm down the caged animals that way.
Did a great job. Great job. It's an hour of fun. You guys are funny as shit, man. Good job.
Well, thank you for joining us. We want to take some time and kind of get to know you and Facedancer as well. And so we've learned kind of what the history was and what you guys are doing. And so, what I want to do is play a little snippet of one of the songs here. Set this up. What song is this?
Set this up, Patricia Jean.
Oh, now it's her turn. I
Take
see.
it. You see,
Every time
otherwise-
it's important, you have to do
You're
it.
talking over my turn.
if I start talking, see what I'm saying?
Set this song.
See,
Sorry,
you
I got
guys, if I
excited.
start talking, then I get bitched at. And
I
if
know.
I don't
It
talk,
wasn't
I
in the
get
right
bitched
key.
at.
I'm
So,
sorry.
you know.
I'm not looking at you anymore, Charlie. I'm going to look right at PJ.
Well,
Here we go.
that's the way to go.
PJ, tell me exciting things about this song. What's the name of it? Why is it important?
We are about to listen to Smash,
Yeah.
the first release single off the Brave New Faces album.
Which is the new album, right?
That is the new album
Excellent.
from 2016.
Yeah, the
by
release you did invite
Facedancer.
us to.
Video.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't know you then. Sorry.
That's true.
But I know you now.
No excuse.
So you'll be invited to and expected to buy tickets
Charlie,
for
stop
everything.
talking.
Deal. I will happily go.
Tickets to everything. Charlie would like you to mention a video.
What video?
I don't know.
Smash.
So we have an official music video,
That one.
and it is for the song Smash, and it was really cool, and it featured our best fans. We shot it in Edgewood. You can check it out on Vimeo and YouTube, and just check us out on social media everywhere. You cannot miss us, and the video is really cool.
Check us out where? Where do you go? Where do you go? To
just said it.
goddammit.com? What's it say?
Facebook.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
They have a
Reverb Nation
website too, don't
Sound.
they?
He's taking my turn.
Yeah, he really
again.
is.
Kiss
Why you
my
gotta
ass.
be so
He's a
rude?
horrible human being.
Everything is /Facedancer Band.
He's basically Dole.
We
That's
know.
what he's
Is
like.
there a website, facedancer.com?
No, nobody has that.
Oh, man.
It just goes to porn.
Yeah, I bought that.
Here's a sample. Here's a sample of the song "Smash" by Facedancer. So I don't know if people have told you this, but there is definitely an 80s feel to this particular
Well,
song.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed though because I don't hear any fans in the background. It's like
Yeah.
box fan. Do they oscillate?
Yeah.
There's
What's
definitely...
happening? I didn't hear a single one, but you know you got to get that hair flowing somehow.
It does, yeah. There's a little bit of a hair metal, like maybe even who is it? Van Halen, a little in there as well. Yeah,
Well, there's nothing wrong with that kind of analogy.
It's a
you know?
throwback. This is fun.
Yeah.
You know, and the 80s have been huge just over the last decade. A lot of people, their cover bands doing
Oh, big
that
time.
and things
Jean
like that.
jackets
So
are definitely
yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah.
what I think is impressive, though, it's easy to be a cover band, right? It's easy to be like, here's some songs from the 80s that we all enjoyed. But you guys essentially...
It is really hard to go back in time and write music.
Yeah, you're writing songs
Right.
that have that vibe
Right.
brand new, which is
Right.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, man.
Was that something you guys were going for, or was it just the ethos of the band because of, you know, when it was put together? I made up that word too, ethos.
I like that.
The song predates our joining them. We definitely
okay.
need to give a shout out to John West, our
Okay.
new awesome lead singer from Philadelphia, has had a huge career, not just locally, but regionally and nationally and all over. And so he's the primary writer on that song. Jeff Adams, the lead guitar player in Facedancer, also helped co-write that song. And anyways, what we're calling it is retro rock, and it's for the exact reason that you guys just said. So it's in the spirit of the people who have followed and loved the band the whole time. But
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I feel that this music is totally relatable to anybody like of any age. Like,
Sure.
and we all get it. And, you know, Smash is about this fictional story, but kind of based on real life, where John's like, hey, my parents said, you know, don't grow up and be a musician, man. Come on, don't you want to be something real? And then you just decide to go for it. Smash, all or nothing. And everybody can relate to that, whether, you know, you're Puerto Rican like Victor or you're like the rest of us. So
I'm not sure how I feel about this,
I know.
this comparison.
I
here.
went there again.
Is it like I'm going to be Puerto Rican in defiance of people that I don't even know?
I know,
I don't even
man.
know.
I'm with you. I'm
just-
behind you, brother.
I'm
You know
just-
what? I'm just going to tell you, like, fuck yeah.
That's it. Fuck you. Yeah.
I'm going to be what I want.
That's right.
And by that, I mean I'm going to be what I am.
That's a fact.
So I want to try something new with you guys that we haven't done before on another show, okay?
Okay.
And it's a little idea that we had.
Something new.
That I want to call 5 senses.
Okay.
What we're going to go through is go through the 5 senses, and I want you guys to share maybe a memory or something that's happened, positive or negative, based off of one of those senses, okay? So let's start off.
Start with her.
Well, either one can jump in. So I'm going to start with the sense of sight. Do you guys remember seeing something that was off the wall or amazing or horrifying while you've been doing music now with Facedancer?
I had a Spice Girls moment and I saw the floor
What?
at a
Oh,
gig.
yeah.
So does that count?
What, did you fall off the stage or what happened?
I fell onto my face. It doesn't matter where I was coming from, Keith. I fell on my face because I always wear 5-inch heels, and that's my story. What's the next one?
That's all right. That's fair. So
How about you,
saw-
Charlie? Anything remarkable?
Yeah, it was staring at those 5-inch heels when she went. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Holy shit, that was a good sight.
Hey,
All right, so
playing wrong notes, but view's good.
That's it.
All right, let's go with hearing. We just heard a song of yours, so that's a memory for us about you guys. What have you heard while you're playing with Facedancer? Something great or something horrible that's happened?
They probably heard the songs they play, Keith.
Right. And we'll let them decide if that's horrible or fantastic. Oh, we've thrown out the gauntlet.
Yeah, but you guys had a lot of awesome groups that you played with, and that Facedancer played with back in the day. And so,
Correct.
yeah, any remarkable stories?
Jeez, there's so many. I don't even know where to begin.
PJ,
you guys
you
don't
got
have
one?
enough time for this
Well,
shit.
you know, Facedancer played with Iggy Pop, Charlie Daniels. Who else did we do shows with? Blackfoot.
Oh, wow.
So, and they were have dealings with Kim Fowley in the past. They've played for 10,000 people. And I mean, only
Was
that.
it all at once or just one at a time?
Yes,
like a
pretty much.
line?
I don't know. If you check out our porn site, maybe it'll tell you.
That's facedancer.com.
10,000 hits.
Next.
I'm gonna
Next.
go. Wait, no, I'm gonna go cheesy on this.
Oh, yeah.
The best thing that I have ever heard being with Facedancer is the crowd cheering.
Yeah.
And you people know this. There is nothing better than that sincere
No,
love.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't create it. You can't tell them to be like that. So when you get it, it's raw. It's real. That's a great sound.
Great answer.
Thank
well,
you.
let's move on to smell. Have you guys smelled something amazing or more likely on tour horrifying?
I'm pretty excited for this
Yes.
one. I've been waiting on the olfactory.
You can smell Charlie a mile away, but we're not getting in why. Talk about prohibition, and it has nothing to do with his hygiene.
No?
No, it's Ooh, That Smell by Leonard Skinner. And if you know what that song is about, that's what Charlie smells like. So
Right.
there we go. Moving
He's-
right along.
He's flammable. That's what we're saying.
Right.
What do we have left? We've got the sense of touch. What have you guys felt or touched that was either amazing or memorable or horrible?
Dun, dun, dun.
A
Silence.
beautiful woman.
Okay.
Okay, what does that have to do with Facedancer?
You're in the
Nothing.
band.
There you go.
Wait,
took the
I like
words
how
out of my
Keith
mouth.
assumes he's talking about me. These
That's
guys
right.
are awesome.
That's what I was
Yeah.
talking about.
Girl, get it.
That's right.
You get that inhibition.
It's those 5-inch heels that did it for
I
you.
I'm going to
prohibit
tell you
you.
what I love touching is the pizza that we have at band rehearsal. I kid you not. That
Now,
freaking rocks
hold on,
that
you-
we have pizza at band rehearsal.
every time at band rehearsal you have pizza.
I don't know. It might
They
be
have all
other
kinds
like
of food. It's
yeah,
great.
it might be other little
Oh my
sandwiches
God.
you can fold. Like you have to fold the bread.
Can we be
really
in this
cool.
band?
Well, we're always looking for roadies, so
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we can totally do
Dude,
things on the
I'm
road.
Puerto Rican. I'll stuff an amp under one arm and like a whole couch over the other. 7 flights of steps. I got this.
All for a pizza.
Yeah.
I don't blame
Free
you.
food, man.
I tell
Free
you
food.
what,
They
man.
have to feed them because otherwise it's illegal.
That's right. We always get fed.
And only in Vermont. In Vermont. How about taste? Can't say the pizza thing again.
Oh, yeah.
Can't have too
Taste
much
thing.
pizza. But we brought you guys a couple of CDs today. One of them is the Facedancer CD that's brand new, brand spanking new, that just
Nice.
came out. And the other one is from a band that PJ and I are in called Us. And it's just original pop rock, and it's 14 songs of original pop rock. And you can find us on Facebook and on keyofus.com, all over the place. So
Oh, yeah, very cool.
Well, I'm going to
Awesome.
answer that question really quick.
Yeah, he dodged it like a politician.
I'm
Did you
hip.
hear that?
Well,
He went into music taste. You know,
he's
whatever.
also a man, and y'all have like an attention span of a gnat. So, anyways, to get back to the
So this
taste
one
thing-
time I was at a bus stop.
I'm a millennial.
Ooh, squirrel.
Ooh, NBA.
What you
No,
got?
for taste, these guys have had a taste of the good life, and that they got their record contract in '79. There was a follow-up album called About Face, and taste. They had a taste of the good life. Tens of thousands of people, women throwing all
Oh.
sorts of things and items and body parts at them.
Yes, took off
And
their
you-
arm and threw them.
And
Take
you
it.
know what? They came back down to earth. They're humble as pie. They're working their asses off. They're writing their asses off, and they're giving it all they got to push the rock up the hill one more time. When you've had a taste of the good life, you go one of two ways, at least from what I've seen from them guys from that era. And anyway, they either get jaded and they become assholes, or they become these guys, which is Facedancer. We're going to take over the world.
I don't
That
know.
is
It's
awesome.
my goal in life to become Fat Axl Rose.
Today, Hawaii. Tomorrow, Boston.
Yeah.
All right, do you have a couple of lightning round questions? We've got only a couple minutes left.
Let's see. My usual. Would you rather live a life full of tiny water heaters or a life full of videos that have incorrectly synced audio?
I don't know. Did the videos have anything to do with Adam constantly twirling his finger as if there were a G-string on it, but there is no G-string?
God damn it, Adam, you're confusing the guys.
He likes to imagine sometimes, but
I'll take the miniature water heaters.
So-
miniature water heaters. How about you, PJ?
I have no idea what in the hell you just asked me.
Tiny water heater forever or videos with incorrectly synced audio?
Which one do you have to take?
Forever.
Oh my God, water heaters.
All right, I've got one for you. Would you rather take David Bowie or Ziggy Stardust?
David Bowie.
Are they not the same person?
Yeah, but you have to have one or the other.
One of them is super dead.
They are both so fucking different, it's not funny.
One of them is super dead.
I have neither.
Neither? All right. Oh, we're
He's
running
not
out of
just fucking
time.
dead, he's super dead.
That's all we have for this week. Don't forget to check out Facedancer Sunday, January 29th at Jam and Java at 7 p.m. Also check out our good friend Rachel Levitin at Ireland's Four Courts in Arlington, Virginia, Tuesday, January 24th. Thanks to Alina, Caitlin, Alchemical Records, PJ, and Charlie for sharing and mentioning the show. Keep spreading the word. Like us, follow us, and share us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Another Wasted Hour. Next week, Vanessa Miller, who is playing Katie at the McLean Community Players production of Company. She will be here live in studio. If you enjoyed the show, email us at contact@anotherwastedhour. If you hated the show, email the moon. Nobody goes there anymore. Thanks to engineer Adam, Ken Evinger, McNally22, Justin Rogers Photography, Figmental Records, and Alchemical Records for all their contributions. Thanks for Victor for taking care of the intro this week. And most of all, thanks to Facedancer for wasting a perfectly good hour with us. This has been another Wasted Hour. And if you just realized that, don't blame us. We warned you.
See you, Jam and Java.
Mama told me don't pay to waste your time. Thou man, trace the good earth. A music man ain't never gonna amount to nothing good. Packed my bags, headed down the road. Didn't look back. No, 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 no. Mama said, Brian, wait for a minute. Don't look now, you're headed for disaster. All for nothing. What does it take to break you down? All those lonely nights, Sheila, they've been too kind. Loud man spitting out the dust. Last year daddy died. I can still see mama cry. Somehow I never made it back.